Hi, my Tubies and my Teletubbies. Is she the true love? And if you look at the time, you can see that I'm playing hooky from work. No, actually, I have some things that's going to be delivered to the house today, so I just took a personal day so I can, yeah. And in the process, I am looking at divorce court on my day off, loving life. And I have my blanket on. This is my favorite blanket, like Linus. I love this blanket. It feels like it hugs me, and when I need love or need to be hugged, I put this blanket on and it feels so good. But anyway, this is a woman who I admire. She has been married 5 times. Now, she's with this character who's very dogmatic. He's very pushy. You know, he overtalks her. He whatever the hell. But the point I want to make is that a lot of people tend to look down on people who have been married numerous times. And me, those are the women that I admire. Because anytime some woman is sitting up here talking about, oh, we've been married for 25 years, 30 years, but she has put up with domestic violence. She's put up with he done cheated on her. She puts up with he's a drug addict and constantly stole their stuff out of the house, selling everything in the goddamn house. She sat up here and put up with that so she could sit here and say, oh, I've been married for 20 years, 30 years. You're an idiot. My sheroes are women who have been married 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Because you know what that tells me? That tells me that she's not a floor mat. This woman here, I love her. I'm going to let you hear it. Where's my girl?
So I'm sitting up here doing these, over here waiting for him to come back in to talk to me.
Hold on.
So he done invited me to dinner. Then I can remember the time with his controlling self. We
Check
went to
this out.
church.
That's a lot.
I had on this
Look at
hat.
this. Hold on.
He said,
This is the kind of way he has been treating her. Yeah, she divorces behind. And now he wants her back. They're in divorce court or whatever the hell because they're supposedly engaged. They've been divorced for I don't know how long. And he wants her back. And I think he wants her back because he could overtalk her. He feels that, you know, he could try to get over on her. I love this woman. She's my shero. She's one of my sheroes. Sorry.
Tell me, go home to your wife.
he never said,
Now keep in mind, she calls the police when he doesn't come home for 2, he's gone for 3 or 4 nights. What kind of husband is that? And why should a woman put up with that? A dude who don't come home. Look, with Sheila True Love, if you come home past 12 o'clock midnight, it's on and popping. Because after 12, it's the next day. And if we didn't agree on something like that, that's going to be an issue. And you know why? Because if my husband is used to me coming home, you know, I get off work at 5, I get home by 6, and this time I don't get home until after midnight, and I just walk in, let's say 12:30 in the morning, actually, at 1 o'clock in the morning, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think he's just going to lay there in bed peacefully and calmly and say, hey, babe, how you doing? Come on. No, hell no. He's going to turn the lights on. Where you been? Where you been at? I tried calling you. You didn't pick up your phone. What's going on? Of course. Why? He has every right to be upset. Just like a wife have every right to be upset. You sitting up here past 12 midnight. What? And if I'm calling, you don't even pick up the phone. That's ridiculous. And this one is even worse. He comes home 3 or 4 days later. Get real. And you know what? You have some women who will put up with that. Just so they can say, oh, I've been married for 25, 30, 40 years. You're an idiot.
Miss Fox, did you call the police and ask them to ask him to go home?
no, I don't recall that, Your Honor.
Yes, she did.
But you have called the police.
Oh, I didn't call the police. If
Her
it's
best
missing for
friend
2
was
or
the
3
mayor.
days,
I know
if
she
he's
did
gone for
that.
2 or 3 days, and when he goes over to his sister's house, or when he goes somewhere, just like when I first met him, he was in the club single. She's married. I'm single in the club. You know, married men need to stay out the club. If you're in the club, take your wife with you. Just like the time when we went out to eat. He invited me to come out to eat with him.
You was married,
And I
you
was
went to
eat.
Let her finish.
And I was out to eat, and the phone rang. as one of his exes, he leaves the restaurant and goes outside and talks to her for half an hour. But he invited me to eat. So I'm sitting up here doing these, and over here waiting for him.
Now, how would you feel about that? He's sitting up here, invited you out to eat, invited you out to dinner. You're in the restaurant. He sees one of his exes. He goes out there to talk to his ex, and he's not out there for maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes. He's out there for a whole half hour. 30 minutes talking to her. You're sitting at the table in the restaurant for 30 minutes. Get real. Yeah. Tell me something. Do you honestly believe that Sheila True Love would have sat there for so goddamn 30 minutes? Honey, after 5 minutes, I'm coming out there and say, yo, hi, what's going on? Are you okay? Are you all right? And I would say, I see that you're kind of preoccupied right now. Why don't we just reschedule this date? And why don't you call me when you feel that you have some free time? And then I would leave and I would block him on my social media. I would block him on my phone. I would block him from emails. What kind of idiot do you take me to be? But you see, you have females who's willing to put up with all that nonsense. And I'm not the one. So yes, I've been married twice. I was engaged to be married a third time. I put an end to that engagement because I saw way too many red lights. And I wasn't going to do it. No. And if I have to be married 4, 5, 6, 8, 20 times, that should send out the message that she's one to be reckoned with. You will not disrespect her. You will not make her or turn her into a floor mat. That ain't happening. So when you step to Sheila's True Love, you better step correctly or don't step at all.
To come back in to talk to me after he done invited me to dinner. Then I can remember the time of his controlling self. We went to church.
That's a lot.
I had on this hat. He said, Nita, the hat is old. It's ugly. It makes you look old. And so I didn't have to hear his mouth. I took the hat off. This girl said, Lanita, that's a beautiful hat. You should have kept it on. I said, thank you, but he don't think it's pretty.
What about
and then the one time where we went out.
What about you put braids in your hair?
One time we went out. Well, she's a beautiful. Well, one time we were at one story, and then we'll get back to the break.
Now I'm letting you see this divorce court almost towards the end of it. But if you look at this in the beginning, it's called Winston versus Fox. You'll notice in the beginning how he does all the talking. Mostly all of the talking. And when she's talking, he talks over her. Now, normally men are not as talkative. This guy is like, oh my God. Oh my God. I was like, can't you just shut the F up? That's not even manly, the way this dude talks.
We was out, and I saw this dress. He said, Nita, that dress is ugly. Don't buy it. I said, but I like it, OW. I think it looks like it makes you look old. I wore it out. Everybody loved the dress. But the thing of it, but I am not young.
Now keep in mind, this woman here, she's 66. He's 60. He's 61. I think he's 61 or 62. I went through this thing too with my ex-husband. This ex-husband, whatever. I like to dress. I'm a practical girl. I dress for comfort because I'm not the type of female who need outside approval. I don't need other people's validation. I don't need to dress to impress because that means you're trying to be validated by other people. I'm a Capricorn. I'm very practical. I'm very sensible. And I like to dress for comfort. Now, I know the difference between sexy and sleazy. I don't have no problem being sexy from time to time. If I'm going out to dinner with my husband, I'll try to do something sexy, whatever. I'm not one who sits around here wearing high heels. I don't mind wearing silhouettes in the bedroom when I'm at home, where I could take those stupid things off after a while. You know what I mean? I could play that little role at home. But when I'm going out in the streets, you will not see Sheila True Love walking around with no silhouette heels and all these heels. Because first of all, I live in New York. The sidewalk, and I don't drive. So I'm walking where I go. Sitting around here with these high heel shoes or these stupid ass heels, that's foolish. And then the sidewalks sometimes, you know how they got chips and they're cracked and they're this. I'm not sitting around here trying to walk the streets and bust my face all on her just so I could try to impress a bunch of what? And the type of dudes that are out here this day and age, all you're attracting is a bunch of bums. And I notice these females who are walking around with all of this sexy this and sexy that, all they're attracting to these are fuckboys. Excuse my colloquialism. That's all they're getting. Fuckboys. No decent man want them. No. She says, I know my age and I like to dress according to my age. Nobody said you have to dress like an old biddy. But you're not going to sit up here with this short dress on and your butt hanging out of your pants and you're walking around here with no panties underneath your clothes and your butt is flapping back and forth all up and down. Come on already.
I'm not going to try to act young.
Thank you.
I'm not going to try to act young. I know my age, and I know my age. I know my standards. I'm not going to try to look like a hoe. I'm not going to try to look like I'm not going to show all the cleavage and the butt hanging off the dress or the pants. It's not issue. It's the way that insecurity was created by man. If a man was given and loving an insecure woman was created by a man. A man has caused his wife to get to that level. I was not always like this.
No, but you think about it. She made a good point. If a woman is insecure, 9 times out of 10, a lot of these women are insecure because that's something that some dude did. He's looking at some other woman. He's looking at porno, lusting after some female that don't look nothing like his wife or his woman. He thinks, look at her big old ASS and your butt is not as big as hers. Now, and if you had a butt like hers, baby, it would be, of course he's not making her feel safe. And as her husband, he's supposed to make her feel secure. So if you have a woman who, some people say, I don't like to use the word insecure because it makes it seem like something is wrong with the female. I like to use the word safe. No, I don't feel safe with a guy who's constantly lusting after some other female. How am I supposed to feel safe with that? Something that comes along that's more shinier or perkier breasts or a bigger ass, he's off to the races. I don't feel safe with no clown like that. So she has a good point. Insecurity did come from what these dudes have done to the females, and it's true. Now he's going to sit up here and say, you've been married 5 times. I'm so proud of her for that. I'm loving her. Hold up. Say it again. Go ahead.
It's not issue. It's the way that insecurity was created by man. If a man was given and loving an insecure woman was created by a man. A man has caused his wife to get to that level. I was not always like this.
You was married 5 times, 4 times before me.
Evidently, I know how to have a relationship. It's no different than having 5-year intercourse or relationships with a man
She
or a
had a
woman.
birthday party, Beyond.
Yeah.
And who showed up? My birthday party, my 52nd birthday. She had it. She bring all her ex-husbands, all her friends.
You got 4 ex-husbands? Yes, I do.
You got some women who can't even get married once. She done had 4 ex-husbands, and he's number 5. I'm loving her. God. Oh. I like Jennifer Lopez. One of my favorite women of all time is Elizabeth Taylor. Do you see how many times she was married? That's my girl. Zsa Zsa Gabor. Yes. Those are the type of women that are my sheroes. I like strong women. Now, I have Joyce Myers, who's been married. Well, she was married twice. Her first husband was a jerk and whatever. He was abusive. He just treated her so badly. And she managed to get out of that marriage. I'm so proud of her for that. And then she got her second husband. He's amazing. He's wonderful. So it's not like I have anything against marriage or people who are married. But you notice with Joyce Myers and Priscilla Shirer and Michelle Obama, these are strong women. If you don't believe me, check out Priscilla Shire on YouTube when she's being interviewed with her whole family. And you can see the dynamics of what I'm talking about. Those are women that I admire. They're married, but they haven't lost themselves. And they're married, and these dudes know. You're not going to treat me any old kind of way, buddy boy. Because they know she will give them their walking papers immediately. And you think about it, in the Bible, it tells you someone commits adultery, that's your freedom, baby. You got your walking papers right then and there. Because even the Bible knows that somebody sitting around making soul ties with somebody else, come on, that's hurtful, it's disgusting, and it should not be tolerated. It should not be. Claim you love me, but you could go and put your penis up in somebody else. How the hell is that loving me? That's bullery. Anyway, tubies, I'm going to end right now because I'm getting hungry for breakfast. I don't know, should I order breakfast in? I don't know. I should just be spoiled totally today, right? Yeah, I should get on I like using DoorDash. And what is that? Uber Eats. I don't know. I'll do DoorDash and see what's going on for breakfast. I love you guys. And don't be sitting around here putting up with domestic violence. Somebody put their hand on you the first time, that should be the last time. Somebody sit up here and cut your throat with betrayal, cheating on you, that should be the last time. Somebody sitting around here using drugs and they're out of control. No, I can't do drugs. Other people, maybe you could work with somebody like that because they're going into treatment. You could deal with that, but I have been through that already. And I'm not doing it again. You use drugs, you cheat on me, domestic violence. I'm out. See you later. It's been a pleasure. It's been an experience. And yeah. Sitting around here, you're using drugs. He's spending most of the money. Like I have a friend of mine, her dude, he smokes weed. She works, right? She's using most of her money to pay the bills, meaning that she's paying his bills. When he gets paid, most of his money goes up in smoke. Everything is bud, dope. I call weed dope because when you look at pamphlets, they have different names for it, and one of the names is dope. That's what he uses his work money for. He might throw her a few crumbs once a month, and then he spends the rest of his money smoking dope and for his 2 side pieces. Now tell me how insane is that? Now you have some women, they'll sit up there and put up with it so they could say, yeah, we've been married for 25 years. You are a dumb ASS. You're nothing but a sack of manure because you're messing up the quality of life for all women. You're messing up the quality of life for the next generation of women. You're disgusting to me. You're very disgusting. I can't stand no weak-ass woman. Anyway, this is Sheila True Love, truly loving you. I know I got very passionate because this is a topic that I'm just passionate about. But anyway, I love you and I'm hungry and I've got to go. Don't forget to share, subscribe, press the like button, all the above. I'll talk to you, baby. See you on the other side. Bye for now.